Welcome. Connected.
Many of you may be discouraged by the fact that 2,000 people have died so far.
Uh-oh.
Get back to work.
Sucks to be you.
So what are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
Nothing much.
What are my plans?
What are your plans?
Are you?
Yes.
Infinite power. I'm gonna kill you!
What a piece of junk.
Sir, either tell me your order or I'll assume it's a knuckle sandwich.
I want some hardcore East Coast flavor beef.
Well, why didn't you say so?
Dude, I love it.
This is a safe space.
That's a bit much.
Idiot.
Are you capable of hearing me?
What?
The worst ninja there ever was.
It's over 9,000. I know how this slasher film ends, and I'm gonna get away.
Why would you do that? Did you do that to someone else's baby?
You mean when I slam a baby into another baby to test its durability?
Yeah, the game was not what it was touted to be.
Oh, thanks, Player's Guide. Why would I want to get on a mic with an asshole like you?
Anything could happen tonight, you know? This could be the best night of my life.
If you smoke meth, you should not play this game.
Yikes.
Hey guys, welcome. Here we are, once again, for the post-game show. Maybe click on the proper scene there. There we go.
Hey, we're back.
And we're
Hey,
back.
We're here. What's going on, dudes and dudettes?
Welcome. So here's the point where we talk to you
No,
guys.
we didn't watch the last game, Fluff. Sorry about that. We were in what appeared to be the last server, and then I was the only person in there, and then they shut it down. So we started wrapping up and getting ready for postgame. Did you?
But do come and join us. Hop in our Discord, man. Jump into viewer chat and come and talk to us about it. You know, we definitely try to come up with some new ideas. You got it. All right.
I'm on it, man. Well, I like having this here, so I can do that while you look pretty for the camera.
Can't look as pretty as you, especially if we put you in that romper.
No, you're going in that romper, bruh. See them numbers? That number right there. Wait,
I see those numbers, but
way.
those numbers are capable of
This
changing.
number. I know it changed today, and it made me very happy. I was thrilled about it. So yeah. Oh, Fluff. No need to be shy, brother. I mean,
Come on,
playing online games, no one's gonna see your face. I mean, this dude puts his mug up on live, basically television.
I got
For all the world to judge him.
So, you know.
That's why he doesn't smile too much, but that's okay. He laughs like this. But man,
Come in, man. Come in, talk to us.
yeah, it was fun. Unfortunately, we missed out on the early Thursday European window that they just opened up. That's the big news for this week, is that they've opened up a second window. Unfortunately for me, I streamed until 9 o'clock in the morning with Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age, and I had a good time, but I overslept that window. That's the thing.
I did too. Don't feel too bad.
You tanked out. You needed to, but you tanked out. So yeah.
Well, that seems to be the popular theory.
Well, you know,
That's fine. You guys want to see less of me? That's cool.
we just want to see you healthy, bro. That's all it is. We want you to be healthy.
We'll take a little more.
That's true. But, you know, baby steps, baby steps. So, Darwin tonight was fun. Had a good time with it. I got to kill somebody who attacked me first. That's the first time I've killed somebody being in the hole.
About time.
I've killed people. I just haven't killed anybody after they've swung on me twice and I was at half health. So, that was cool. I needed that health bonus that I got because it was definitely last shot for the escape, and I got lucky. He overswung, jumped past me. I connected on the side swing, and I got to roll out the rest of that game. I think I finished that game third or so. I'm still struggling with the combat a little bit. I'm not sure how I feel about the. Oh, that's all up in my chin.
I'll fix it. Just
all up in
give me a
my chin.
second. This is the wrong one anyway, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, we had that non-craft bug happen to us. 3 people managed to make it to the spaghetti portrait, and everybody else died pretty horrific death. And then shortly thereafter, the 3 of them went into the center and did Mortal Kombat and what's nots. Hey!
There you go.
I don't know what's up with the camera today, man.
Could just be that you're like up. A little further.
Yeah, that's
than
true.
normal.
Well, no, I usually rest my
It
arms
should be
here.
down here.
You should be down here.
Yeah, that number right there. You need to make that number go up.
Yeah, absolutely. Make that number go up. I don't mind wearing a romper. Whatever. This guy doesn't want to wear it. I want to wear
I'm
it.
indifferent.
I want to wear it. Make me wear it.
I'm indifferent until it happens.
Yeah.
And then we'll see
Yeah.
what the real story is.
We'll see how he feels after it goes out on Facebook.
Likewise with Mr. I don't care. We'll just have to see.
Oh, I know how I'm going to respond to that. It's all good, though. So, yeah, if you guys are in the chat and you want to talk Darwin, we're all about it. You just visit our Discord channel, jump right into it. Any thoughts from you on Darwin so far? I feel like I'm kind of speaking for both of us. My experience was pleasant today.
Yeah, it was all right. It was pretty good. I really can't wait till that next update comes.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready for new
Gotta
content.
see
I'm ready for new content. I think I had my best upgrade run today. 5 on boots, 3 on coat, 3 on sharpener. That was a pretty good run for me.
Yeah.
I'm usually not that good. Or like a sidestep action to dodge. Yeah, I could see that.
It is. It's called A and D.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I have a lot easier time kind of strafing with the controller, just because it kind of naturally does it. I don't know if you've tried playing with the controller, but I know some people are keyboard warriors. They gotta slam on their AWSD. I can't do it. I like my controller. I play much better with it. It's too slow. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you get that
disagree.
twitch response with the mouse, man, with like quick turning and making those small adjustments to your. There's just a couple times you had a little hard time with that up
but
and down.
I think that was a sensitivity issue. All of that will get worked out for sure by the time they release it for the Xbox. So I'm not too worried about it now. Yeah, there was a couple of times where I was a little jittery on the aim. I usually like to hide out in the shadows and in the bushes and make my presence not felt, basically. Juicy seems to always find me. There's no avoiding Juicy. He is real good. And he knows it. He loves to rub salt in my wounds. Maybe next promo is cut on Juicy.
Could be a good idea.
You have to team up to wreck. Oh, well, I can't even say that. There was one game where he was the first one out. He got wrecked. And that's okay. That's okay. I mean, everybody has a bad game. I have lots of them. For me, it's occasionally I get a good game. It's kind of like my Destiny career. So, let's see. Anything new and exciting in Darwin? What did we do today? Aside from that glitch, I went through a rock. There was definitely a collision issue in that one game where I got tag teamed.
Yeah, you kind of wound up in a wall at some point.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure how that happened. Oh,
I wonder if I could have placed the trap in the wall with me, and then when they bounced off the wall, I would have just grabbed them and hung them right there. That'd have been cool. Like Strangeland style. Put some fish hooks in them. I don't know. I was just thinking of random stuff we could do.
I saw somebody. It looked like somebody was able to undo the trap. I don't know if that was just maybe they laid a trap after they got out of it or what.
I laid a trap immediately after getting stuck in one.
Yeah.
In a tree.
What it looked like.
I mean, I've seen people destroy traps and lay the trap right back where the previous trap was, which makes a lot of sense because you assume it's your trap. You put it there.
Well, if they can see it.
Right. That's true. If you run past and you're like, oh, this is my trap, it's safe. Oh, crap! Fluffmaster got me! But, hey, it is what it is. A lot of spots. Stuck. Yeah, there's been a few of those where the rock, the outcrop of rocks, wherever that is right by a wooden wall.
Yeah.
And I had that happen to me last week or the week before, one of the two. And
That's actually been reported.
Yeah. Actually, Jethro reported that.
Yeah, they just haven't
recently.
put out the patch on it yet.
Yeah. Oh, man, I can't wait for news on that patch. I'm excited for patch news.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait. I'm curious to see what exactly they're adding to it. What they're going to fix. I'm sure they're going to try to fix everything we've sent them bug reports. I definitely want to see what they're going to add.
Can you close?
That's the big thing.
Well, I mean, they're going to be patching it. Let's be real. Like, this isn't a completed game. We don't have a specific time frame for when the patch drops. The only thing that we've read is that it should be a few weeks. And a lot of that has to do with the NDA. When the new patch comes out, the new NDA goes into effect. So there's that. That's really the only information that we have so far, holding off a couple of weeks as of July 6th. So,
as of last week, we were told they'd be holding off for a couple of weeks,
and that could be holding off of a later date, So we don't know for sure when that patch is going to happen, but we are anxiously waiting it. It's about time, My big thing is I want the axe to swing just a little bit faster, maybe half a second. It feels not even half a second. It feels like a really long wind up for that axe, and I know it's a timing thing, and I know you got to get used to it, but it doesn't feel twitchy, it doesn't feel responsive, and there's no chance to be reactive. If someone is charging you and they hit you, there's no way to hit them back. Really, once they're on you, they're on you. That's it. Home emergency jerk press. Okay. Yep. So, how about you, Fluff? Anything you've noticed about Darwin that you want to talk about? I mean, we are here in the viewer chat, and even if you don't want to talk in the viewer chat, what do you like? What do you dislike?
Yeah, type it in. So we'll read it out at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we would definitely prefer to hear your shiny voice in the Discord. Let everybody hear you.
I heard you. Shy. I heard you in Darwin. You don't sound that bad, man. No need to be shy. We're easy going, for the most part.
Try to be.
We got a few viewers here. Lady Sarcasm. Shout out to Lady, the lady of the channel. Much love.
She's doing some.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey,
what's up, dude?
Welcome. Good to hear you.
Well, thank you. Sorry if I stumble over my words a little.
That's all right.
I do it all the time.
Truth.
Well, pretty much, I love the game right now.
Yeah.
I just want a sidestep to dodge certain skills.
We could probably put in a submission on that for a feature request. Possibly having it be like maybe double tapping the A or the D button.
Yeah,
give
or
you
the
that
shift
quick
button.
jump.
Oh wait, the shift is the running.
Yeah, the shift is the run. Or maybe like a combo, like shift A, shift D type thing.
That would be good too.
The thought that I had to bring up last week when someone was mentioning adding additional controls is that, I mean, this is a PC game, but it is going to be on the Xbox, so we have to kind of be, what's the word? We have to be conservative about how many buttons we add. So it has to be something that, I mean, even like something like holding the sprint. If you hold the sprint and then move left or right on your joystick, that would actually be able to translate over to Xbox.
Yeah.
But couldn't they do something like Destiny? You know how the hunter has those shifts?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's in his void.
Yeah. I mean, something like that would be good.
Left or right trigger, something like that.
Maybe make the bumpers do it. Bumper could just be like a quick dodge to the sides.
In theory, yeah. But then where do you... I mean, we've already filled up the controller, right? With what we have going on so far between crouch, ally flag, opening the menu?
Not entirely, because there is still the D-pad. Like, you could use the D-pad maybe for your crafting or...
But then how are you going to access your electronics, your turrets, your anything? Like, I figured that's where that was going to go.
That's a good point.
I mean...
It would be interesting to know.
Go ahead.
Maybe the select button? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, and that's the thing is like trying to figure out how to add all of these elements and condense everything down into a controller-sized layout. And this isn't just me being the Xbox player or the controller player wanting to necessarily like have it my way. But if you are going to bring this game on board to the Xbox, we have to keep in mind and especially if they do end up going cross-platform with it, how are the controller players going to be able to be on par with the PC players, and not Not that the PC players shouldn't have a mild advantage because they have access to more keys and whatnot, but being able to have a competitive game and game balance is really important. So that's my only concern with adding additional commands until we've gotten the controller layouts figured out. But I do like the idea, the shifting to the side, like a quick snap, whether it's a combat roll or a shift or something, would be really, really good and really helpful. How do you feel about the, because this is my biggest complaint, how do you feel about the speed of the axe swing? Do you like that it kind of takes a little bit of time to charge up?
I like it because you have to time it right.
Yeah,
Right.
But
they
everybody
addressed it.
has their own opinion on it. Like you, I know you want it faster, but the swing lasts so long that even if they swing like let's say 2 seconds after you, they could block it. And you
Right.
could block it.
Right. And I think what I kind of want to see is maybe like a hold function where you can do that wind up swing where they have it, right? And that time frame maybe a few milliseconds off, maybe 100, 200 milliseconds off of where they're currently at with it. To just kind of speed it up just a hair, not a ton, but I'd also like to see some kind of snap type of function where you can use it more effectively for blocking, or use it as a lower damage output because they blew past you or they charged you, and if it takes that whole half second, whatever that time is, it feels like almost like a full second for that wind up.
No, it's 150 milliseconds. They've actually addressed
Have
this
they?
on their Discord.
Okay.
You should, probably look into that.
I'm just going.
Yeah. Somebody had asked about that delay, and it's to level the playing field across the various ping levels. So that 150 milliseconds is enough to bridge that gap between somebody with, say, a 7-second ping like ourselves, and somebody, say, running 30 milliseconds of ping. So the time it takes for that command to go from your mouse across the internet.
Where was that posted at? Because I didn't read that. I was just curious.
It's in their Discord. I forget exactly where they put it. It may have been in feature requests.
That's all right. I mean, we don't have to dig it up now. We can dig it up after the stream. But I was just curious. It feels really, I don't know, laggy to me.
It wasn't that long ago.
You guys want to check it out real quick? You'll know what you'll know why. Just check it out real quick.
What are we checking out for that delay response?
No. Just check it out.
I'm confused. What are we checking out? He's scrolling through a whole bunch of things. Oh, okay. Check out the DM chat Discord real quick. Okay.
We have to.
Well, I don't want to get nobody in trouble. That's why I said.
Right. No, I appreciate you.
Which channel?
Let me check. Oh, it's in subscribers. Oh.
That's okay. I'm still there.
Yeah. Doing all kinds of fun stuff.
Oh.
Interesting.
You guys.
We'll have to,
Okay, there
we'll
you
have
go.
to look into that. Appreciate that.
That's interesting. Okay, cool. That would be very cool. If we can find that. I'd like to. Yeah, I mean, getting more game time and getting more time to practice is always a good thing. But any other features or requests or anything you'd like to see? Anything? Have you done any game director mode, Fluffmaster?
No, I'd rather play because I want to get good at it right now, and then when it releases, I want to get even better. And if it becomes an esport, I want to be one of the top players.
There you go. Ambitious. I like it.
I do like that you have that goal. That's awesome. But you're gonna have to battle Juicy for that spot, I think.
Yes.
There's a few guys who are really, really ridiculously good. Juicy is definitely on the top of that list. Lair Nugget's really, really strong in the game too.
I almost took out Bloody Marrow today if it wasn't for BW. He told him my plan. I went invisible. I was about to take him out, and then all you hear is BW telling him everything I'm doing.
Oh yeah,
so
that's
pissed.
classic BW. Classic BW. He does stuff like that. So You can't trust him. You can't. Was he game director for that one?
Yep.
Oh, he loves trolling people on game director mode. That's for sure.
I know. That's why I stopped going in his matches until the last match.
I'm actually surprised we didn't come across him.
Oh, I saw him in game director mode almost exclusively today. So
He was in the first game I had looked at. Maybe that was earlier today.
must have been earlier today because the first game we loaded up, he was already showing as game director. So I was looking for him. I still got to get my revenge on that guy. Remember you.
It seems to me that he's running from that challenge because
I don't know why. I
seems to
mean,
be
I'm
avoiding
terrible.
us a little
I'm
bit.
terrible at that game. I'm real bad. If you watch me play it all tonight, you'd be like, man, why do you even bother?
Play with a keyboard.
No,
Just try it.
I
You gotta
did.
Start.
I did the first week and a half. I can't do it. I don't PC game, so it's already putting me at a disadvantage. I much prefer the controller, and that's a lifelong thing. Even since the late '90s when I first got into gaming, I've never liked the keyboard. When I had to play WoW on a keyboard, I hated that. It's not for me.
Understandable.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got their preferences. Mine is just I like the controller. I like the feel of it, the responsiveness of it. I've been playing Nintendo since 1988, so it's we're going on 30 years of video gaming for me, and it's all been on the controller minus a few stints. I think Jedi Knight 2, if that gives you an idea of how far back, or Diablo, and WoW. That pretty much limits all of my PC gaming. I don't really care for it all that much. But I get it. The mouse is responsive, and people dig that. It's just, for me, I like the controller. I like feeling like I'm in power.
I got a couple things to look into. It seems
We got quite a few things to look into by reviewing this board today. I would like to see. I got to see a little bit more of the fog today. The fog and how that impacts visibility. That was really kind of cool. I wasn't sure if anybody got into a snowstorm or if that helped anything. I'm curious as to whether or not the snowstorm effect will fill in shoe prints or trails that people leave. I think that would be a really cool idea.
that is a good question.
I still haven't figured that out.
Wait, they added storms already, or are they going to?
I've seen snowstorms in the environment. It does seem to reduce visibility, but I'm not sure if it does anything beyond that. Like I said, I want to see it fill in the tracks. Maybe slowly erasing the trail that you leave behind you. Whether it's because you know how they illuminate and they're kind of bright. As the storm progresses, you can lower the brightness on them until they're negligible, and you could only see trails if you were right on top of them, and eventually even have that fill in. That's one thing I'd like to see. I was trying to spend a little bit more time on the ice today to avoid leaving trails. I was just trying to be aware of that. I think wind would be a really cool effect where the wind could blow around your arrows or otherwise impact your ability to navigate the map, or maybe even increase your freeze timer. That would be fun. I'm trying to think. We had a couple of really good environmental type of effects. I do want to see. This is maybe a little ridiculous, but I do want to see the lava flow explode on somebody. I want it like full eruption, just blow up and take somebody out.
That would be pretty neat.
That
a
area should
volcano
keep you
style or
warm.
something.
Yeah, I think so too. I think if you were in the little channel that the lava runs through, I think you should warm up there. To me, it's kind of senseless to not have that. I think it'd be also, I don't know, it's a little weird for me as far as like graphically or for a sense of continuity for the ice and the snow on the bank leading into the lava to not be melting. But the lava can kill you. It can't melt snow, but it can kill you.
Yeah.
So, it's just a couple of things. Plus, I want to have that moment in the sun where it's like episode 3 in Star Wars where you jump over somebody and you cut off their arms. Yeah. Can we get a lightsaber?
Right?
I'm going to cut right through your axe. I think there's probably a trademark issue there.
Yeah,
And I say, as
have to
the
keep that.
round progresses, the area should get colder and colder because right now jackets aren't really that viable. You get level 1 or level 2 jacket and then you're set.
Right.
So they need to fix that. So that more resources go into that and less resources go into boots or sharpening axes or even traps.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, like I said, I think the wind mechanic could really work well for that. Having a zone have like gusting winds that would affect the path of your arrows, and also to increase the cold, and that way you could kind of less waiting out. Like I noticed sometimes you get to the, what do you call it? The sudden death, right? And there will be a sense of waiting out the other person because they're freezing. Well, if you're both freezing pretty quickly, maybe it'll put some imperative into both players to actually go for the kill instead of trying to wonder whether or not the person next to them can survive the cold if they're both bleeding out a little bit faster. I don't want to see sudden death become just a waiting game to wait out the other person. I almost experienced that today just because there was no wood remaining in the center area and I had no wood to create a fire, and I was dying horribly, and eventually, I just fell over on the ground. I think that was actually in a battle against Juicy. It just
could have been.
Just couldn't hold out for much longer, and then I got bumped back through the barrier, came back through, and then seconds later I was dead. Not that I mind. I don't mind dying in this game. I thoroughly enjoy playing the game. There's a lot of good things. I have a lot of good things to say about it. There's a few other things. They've talked a couple different places about the deer being placeholders for some kind of other animal. Whether it's aggressive or not is still to be determined. I think aggressive animals would be really cool to have.
Or wolf.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would love a wolf. Maybe even bears.
Yeah, I mean, some kind of aggressive animal. I'd also like to see maybe a few more chests and maybe a little bit less of just getting. It still explodes my brain how I can kill a moose and get a turret out of it. Like I can understand skinning a moose and getting a coat or boots, or even like a sharpener. I'll even bite on the sharpener, but getting like a turret or a bear trap straight out of an animal, that's a little weird to me.
I've gotten electronics from them.
Have you?
Yep.
I haven't gotten electronic from them.
Today I got 3 electronics from chests.
Wow. You just make me feel like my chests are terrible. I mean, I've gotten a couple of cool things, but never that. I was kind of hoping to. I would like to see like leather be more consistent. I don't like the fact that we're getting wood from the animals. I just want it to be leather. It's already hard enough to find leather in this game. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but having a chair just kind of stick out like a sore thumb in the middle of the wilderness seems a little bit odd. I know they're not exactly going for like the most realistic approach to it. The game is very cartoony in its very core. But just kind of having leather chairs like sprinkled about. Like I get leather chairs in cabins, and okay, I'll even let TP slide. But I'd like to see a little bit more of the animal killing being an imperative for you to get leather out in the wilderness, and not just oh look, there's a chair up on the ledge. I think it'd be also cool if we could get the way that the wood and the electronic and the leather is highlighted. The leather chairs are highlighted. If there was some kind of highlight for animals within your range, or if they do go the aggressive animal route, if there was a way to maybe, this is going to sound really bad, maybe there was an item where you could like throw urine at your opponent and then the aggressive animals would chase them.
That's Far Cry now.
I know it's a little Far Cry, but it's something that, for this style of game, for the survival style of game, it makes a lot of sense. And you could harvest, wolf pee from somebody, from a dead wolf. Don't shake your head.
It does sound interesting, though.
Wolf-pee?
It does sound
What?
interesting, but I don't know if they would go that route just because Far Cry did all that stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's not too many things that haven't been done before, and there's enough in this game to where if you borrowed a few ideas, it wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, even if it's something like, you harvest a piece of meat and then you slap somebody with a piece of meat. I don't know how you go about doing that, or maybe somebody you're in an alliance with tuck a steak in their back pocket.
Right.
know?
They get a wolf that come attack them.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
There's a few different ways they could go with it.
Or you could just leave the meat in the house and then the animal goes in the house.
Yeah.
And you just trap it in there.
We have
until
heard,
someone
though,
goes in.
we have heard that the deer are actually placeholders.
Yeah, that's a
Their current behavior is not going to be their behavior come release day.
Yeah, then they may be a multiple. It might not just be like a behavioral issue. It might be different models, different behaviors. A couple different things they could. I don't know if it's going to be like the loot chest forever. If it's just going to be like a full-on chest. They just said that it's kind of a placeholder. And again, this is kind of why we're really excited for like the patch. We're looking for new things to talk about. Really, we've seen a couple different glitches in the game, and that ends up being, at least for the last 2 weeks, the glitches have been kind of what we've talked about, and thrown a few new ideas out there. But until we actually see something, and I do think, I'm not sure, but I think the next patch should be like game director abilities patch. That's the hope. That's our hope. But is there anything?
Not for me.
What do you?
I want more.
Oh well, yeah,
More abilities.
because you don't want to do the game director mode.
We all want more.
But don't you think it'd be cool if like the game director could choose what panel got shut down next, or if he could, create a weather event in a particular panel, or do something, maybe even like go full god mode and erase all the clues on the map. I think having that kind of like random chaos created by the game director could spice up gameplay quite a bit.
That I agree on, but don't give BW like shield powers to give shield to people and electronics and all this.
No, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna follow you around and shut down whatever sector you're in.
Yeah, I see him doing that.
Or
to me and Strike.
he's like, oh, by the way, you're in the same zone as somebody else. We're gonna go ahead and put a blizzard there so you don't see them coming.
Right.
That's the kind of stuff that I can see be done. In fact, I can see a lot of game directors doing that. Even April today was admitting to her trolling and giving away information.
A little bit.
We love April. She's hilarious.
Oh, hey, Tyler. Didn't see you there, buddy. Welcome.
Have you seen the deer spawn in? They literally
buddy.
fall from the sky.
Yeah, I've seen that happen a couple of times. Don't shoot them while they're falling from the sky because they still have that ridiculous bounce mechanic, and they go flying like to an undetectable level of you're not going to find them, you're not going to harvest them. Better just to let somebody else have it and call the arrow a wash.
Just wait. A new arrow.
Just wait for them to fall. If you shoot them midair, you really can send them quite a distance, especially if you're at any angle underneath them. You just pull it back and aim right up at. They're gone. It's the home run derby.
I'm guessing you did that, didn't you?
Just the one time. Just the one. It's the only time I saw one like actually kind of come up in the air, and I just snapped him. Just went flying. It's a good time. But it's funny if nothing else. I mean, it's like all the other little things we're discovering in the game. Just trying to find those neat little things that you can do to kind of entertain yourself while we're waiting for patch time.
Yeah, that's hilarious. And speaking of your placeholder, maybe they should add like different tiers of animals that give different things.
I
Like
think
little
so, too.
squirrels give you little things like one wood, maybe one leather, something like that.
Yeah, I think having some passive and some aggressive animals would be beneficial because then you could harvest things like deer or moose or whatever, and then you can also harvest the wolves, but they're not going to make it easy on you. I think some sort of scaling system where maybe the wolves give you, I don't know, the wolves because they have sharp teeth are more likely to give you a sharpener, or maybe the moose give you the most amount of leather, and the squirrels can give you, a wood or a health pack because they've got food or whatever, or maybe they become boot stuffing because fluffy tails.
Yeah.
Cut off their fluffy tail, wrap it around your boot, a little bit warmer. I don't remember I know the coats help with cold. Do they also help with stamina? I can't remember.
No,
Is it just the cold?
Yeah.
And the boots are speed and stamina?
I
one of
don't
them has
think anything gives stamina. I never.
I feel
noticed
like
it.
something has 2 perks on it, and I just can't remember what. I usually just make boots. I want to run faster because you guys are chasing me and I don't want to die. I just want to run faster than you.
Yeah, that's and also for aggressive kills, boots are the best.
Yeah.
I'll check next game.
It is what it
It's
is.
not here.
Mixer's acting up again.
That might have been Xbox Live.
Well, what can you do? It's a loss.
I hope that maybe, just maybe, that delete command didn't go through.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm not
doubt
counting
that.
Yeah,
What is all that?
that was before.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, when we were all messy. Okay.
Yeah, it would have been right here.
So Fluff, when are you going to be playing next week both times? You're going to be playing both windows?
Definitely a 7. Let's see if I get up in time for the first one.
Oh, I hear you there, man.
You know what
Well,
that's like.
where are you from? Are you East Coast time?
Yeah, I'm in New York.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I remember talking about that last night. You have to excuse me. I was a little tired this morning. I had gotten off of work and then played Zodiac Age all night. I was at wit's end by the time you joined.
It's understandable.
And actually, I've gotten to a point with 12 where I kind of need to power level a little bit more and try to get some license points, and because I feel like I'm kind of like slowing up the stream a little bit with my frequent deaths because I've been kind of charging through everything. So I might actually like turn the station over to Nomad for a little bit to play some Destiny or some Rocket League or something while I try to do some grinding in 12. I do want to try to stream as much of the story as possible for people. But
when did you start it?
2 days ago.
Okay, so I'm not behind the two.
Yeah, no, not too far. I'm still pretty early in the game, and I spent a bit of time fumbling around trying to learn the city, learn the mechanics of the game. I'll probably jump back on this morning, depending on when Nomad wants to call it quits with Destiny or whatever. What are you doing tonight? PUBG, Destiny?
I'm not sure yet. I'll figure something out.
We still got to do dinner too. Like we kind of skipped dinner to jump into Darwin. So at some time, food's an imperative.
That's a thing.
It is a thing.
You gotta eat.
So any final thoughts on Darwin Project, or are we just excited for next week and jump back into it?
I'm excited to jump back into it.
Well, I mean, if they give us a West Coast time and that's late at night, that'd be really, really cool. That's right in our wheelhouse. We're usually streaming between like, what'd you say, 6, 7 p.m. sometimes, maybe 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And then we're all the way until the morning time between the two of us.
Do you know if they're opening up Asian servers? That's the only way they would open servers late at night.
Right now they have servers in Frankfurt, which is kind of Central Europe, I guess. Or as close to Central Europe as they can get. And I don't know if they're going to open up any further ones from there.
Well, that post mentioned
now.
a West Coast server. I think it said server in it, so...
Oh, no, he was just saying he was firing up the East and West servers.
Oh, okay. So that was them getting another game in. Got it.
No, that was them firing up the game. That was at like 6:55.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, if they do some sort of Asian server, that'd be cool. So we could get a middle of the night type of thing. Or we could just wake up like normal human beings and try to be on for a 1 o'clock server. I mean, that doesn't seem too unreasonable. It just requires a fair amount of sleep.
For that. Normally.
Yeah, I'm normally not. My sleep schedule's all jacked up ever since we started streaming. I'll get it figured out, though. All right, cool. Well, I guess we can wrap up the post-show, and we'll get into Destiny time or something, whenever you figure that out.
I'll figure something out. You guys will see it up there in the title. Right up there. Above the video.
I can point that direction, but my hand gets cut off.
Use your other hand.
All right. All right, cool. Then we'll wrap it up for the day. Thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate it. Good to have you, Fluff.
All right. Later, guys.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Take care.
And thanks to you guys for tuning in to another post-game show. We want to get you guys interactive. We want to get you guys your thoughts, your feelings, and that sort of thing. We're going to keep doing it. Ain't nothing stopping us from doing it. It's important to have this kind of discourse so we can funnel that forward to the developers, and I know that they appreciate it. So if you guys feel like it, next Thursday we will be here again for another post-game show, and we'd really like to have you on board. And until we get started up with Destiny, I'm Challenger Falls.
I'm Nomad.
We'll see you later.